Power is this wonderful conference for women that talks about the word that a lot of women are afraid of, and that is power. For some reason, women, we love power at home. I mean, in our personal life, power, rules everything. And then all of a sudden we come in the business world and we say, well, I like influence, I like the ability to achieve things. And the truth is, if you're going to be a leader, you have to be able to embrace power.
Power is an opportunity to get yourself involved in professional development, but also re-energized, and to listen to people who have experiences like those that you have had, and women have different experiences in the workforce than men do.
First of all, I love the name. It's so empowering, and I think it is so important for us as women to have opportunities to connect with one another. There is nothing like the value of a terrific network. It's just amazing. It's not like any other kind of experience.
Power is about bringing women to the table, but also helping other colleagues, the male counterparts, understand what women can do to help make a business more successful.
One of my girlfriends called and said, I want you to come to Power in Chicago. And as we're really busy, you say, I don't know if I have time to invest in myself. I don't know if I have time. And really up until the day of the event, I didn't know if I could make it to Chicago. And I just say, just get on the plane and go. And it was one of the most important things I did for myself that year. And I vowed that when they came to Detroit the following year, that one, not only would I participate, but I would ensure that more women in my company had an opportunity to invest in themselves and get away from the office and really empower themselves around their career development.
What is so possible here is a generational exchange that is not one way, but it's actually a two-way coaching exchange. Because as we know, for example, millennial women and Gen X women have just as much to teach boomer women about technology, about the way that the world has changed, about social media, about customer engagement, as we need from the wisdom of the senior leaders and executives. So the alchemy of different generations coming together at Power is really what makes the magic of it come alive.
Last year, Beijing became the focus for Power, and I worked with Deirdre to be her advisor for her efforts to bring Power to Beijing.
Last year in Beijing, the issues for the women were exactly the same as the issues in Detroit.
They need a lot of support system, need a community to belong to, and to find the inspirations and encouragement from other women. So I think it's very, very important for Power to, to be in Beijing, to build this platform for women in Beijing and in China.
I think being involved in Power is so important because this is a unique opportunity for women and men to get involved in key issues of the day as it relates to gender in the workforce, inclusion, diversity, and the issues addressed are cutting edge, and it presents a great platform to have that discussion, and it's very interactive.
I think it's absolutely important to network and become involved with promoting women in automotive and just promoting women in general in every industry.
Ford is actually very delighted to be a new sponsor for Power. Last year I participated in the conference here as a workshop participant, and I was just so excited and thrilled with the opportunity to meet so many women from so many different walks of life and to share the things that we have in common and to learn from each other. So I went back to Ford and shared with them how wonderful the program was and how I thought it would be very beneficial for our team members to support it. And so we're delighted to be a sponsor this year and to help share this with other women in the Metro Detroit area.
The biggest message I think we got out of this event today is, one, to be confident, to own who you are, and to really take your career into your own hands and really ask for what you want.
I think their message in the panel today was fantastic, and that is, you know what, raise your hand, volunteer, say yes, and never say no to an opportunity that's presented to come your way. Jane is phenomenal. I've known Jane Palmieri from Dow Automotive for, I think, going on 15 years. Very interesting listening to the gentleman from Starbucks. It's amazing what I learned from him. And of course, Alicia from General Motors, what a story, starting at the plant and now becoming a board of director member at General Motors. Just tremendous success stories.
There's very few events around Metro Detroit that really focus on helping develop women, helping women network, helping women polish their professional skills, and this event is one of the few that also crosses industries. I mean, the auto industry here in Detroit is one of the biggest in the country and the world, but there's so many other people that are here tonight that represent the other conversations that are going on in the business place here in Michigan. And being the part of the original team that brought power to Detroit, I'm so proud of where we've gone in terms of growing the interest level, but next year I can't wait for our 5th anniversary to see a greater audience base, a greater diversity of audience members, you know, and that is age, gender, ethnic background, different kinds of perspectives. I'd love to see this event keep growing the way it has in the 4 years it's been in existence.
Power has taken the decision to go to London, and we're going to do that in 2015. We're very excited about that. I think that the message Power has to bring is very strong, it's unique, and having spent 11 years working in the UK and the European market, I think that it's ripe for this discussion, and I think we're going to see some great things in 2015 with Power.
Yeah, this thing started with a group of about a dozen really dedicated women who had a first event for maybe 150 women. And look at this, we're having power events on the other side of the globe next year.
Well, my main message to women always is that unless women get better at supporting each other, we're never going to shift the power. And what happens is that for most women, it becomes a one-off. You work very, very hard, you achieve, and you get someplace, but you don't bring somebody along with you. And what women are going to have to begin learning how to do is play like a team. When, you know, just because I win, that doesn't mean it helps women. It means that she's got to win too. And so part of what we have to really begin doing is understanding that for every woman who succeeds, I succeed a little. And for every woman who fails, I fail a little, because we are connected, we're a group.